Welcome, everyone. I'm Kimberly Boschman, and this is the Intentionally Intuitive podcast. In this episode, we are going to take a look at each of the personal months for February 2023. And we're going to take a look at how to best work with that energy with the universal month, as well as the full and the new moons that we have coming up in February. Now, I do want to mention these are different from the life path energies. So the calculations are also very different. So please be sure to check the description box below for the calculation. Do your calculation before listening to your personal month, right? Just to make sure, of course, that you're listening to the right one. If you don't want to wait to see what the next 12 months could have in store for you energetically, book your personal year ahead forecast now and take a deep dive into your own personal year ahead. You can book some time with me for that in the description box below. As always, this is a general reading. If you would like a personalized reading or a coaching session with numerology, please, again, book some time with me. My information is in the description box below. You can book some time with me through my website. All right, let's go ahead and get started. And of course, personal month of 6. If you are currently for February in a personal month of 6, this can bring the focus to the home, to the things closest to your heart. So those very intimate relationships, your friends, your very close friends, your romantic partnerships, your lifelong partner, your family, that sort of thing, and all things to do with the home environment, or your close-knit community. So it's very possible that you may see things come to the surface now that need to be sort of worked through as it has to do with the home. That can be those difficult conversations that we don't necessarily want to have, but that we need to have so that we can move forward in a healthy way. This can be about possibly setting healthy boundaries with family, with friends, that sort of thing as well. That can come to the forefront, and you may have experiences that sort of push you in that direction, right? That help you to have those conversations and to set those healthy boundaries. This can also be a time when you find that people sort of need you more. And again, those healthy boundaries come into play because you don't want to say yes to things that are going to overburden you or deplete you. You want to make sure that when you say yes, it's because you have the reserves or the capacity to be able to say yes to whatever that is. But you may see that people sort of need you more, or need your support and nurturing more at this time, which is totally fine. Just make sure that you have the capacity to offer that, right? To show up in that way. Because sometimes saying no is more of a service than saying yes if we're not capable at that time, emotionally, spiritually, physically, whatever. This can also be a time where you feel like you need more nurturing and support at this time. And so this is your opportunity. I mean, you really need to kind of speak up and say what you need and have those conversations. And if you don't necessarily have a close-knit family or a home environment that is supportive of that, this is a great time to reach out to someone who is trained to be able to offer that support and hold that space. So a therapist or a healer or whatever comes to mind for you that works. There's no shame in that. And so this year or this month may bring that to light of where it is maybe you need some additional support and nurturing, and that's okay. Definitely honor that. Now we also have, I do also want to mention, this can also bring to light things around finances with the home. So you may see a change in a partner's financial situation or your day-to-day life, which in turn changes the financial structure in some way. So that may also come to light. You also may see that you feel called to be more invested or a part of your closer community at this time. And so definitely honor that if that comes into play, whether that's through a meetup or joining a church or whatever comes to you that works for you. Now we're also in a universal 9 month. So definitely this is a time for nurturing and receptivity and the more feminine side of things. This is also a very spiritual period as well. Now 6 energy, which is what the energy that you're in this month, is all about love and unconditional love. And again, that nurturing energy. And you couple that with the 9 universal cycle, that very feminine sort of against very spiritual energy. This could be a very sensitive time for you where you also feel very connected more so like spiritually or through your dreams or through your intuitive hits, that sort of thing. So definitely pay attention to that. 9 energy, that's again the universal cycle for February. You could see some things come to closure around the home. So if there's something you've been dealing with or trying to work through, you could see the answers come in now, or some kind of solution to that. Or it could be that a child is moving out of the home or something like that. And so there's closure there, or change in that way. And so again, it sort of changes the environment. Or you could see someone coming in and then that changing the dynamic of the home environment. So any of those things could come to light at this time during this cycle. We have a full moon February 5th or 6th, depending on where you live within the world. And this will bring in for you all this energy of the 11-2 and the 12-3. So this is very creative energy. This is very inspiring energy. And so it's very much sort of encouraging you to follow from your heart center, what it is that you want to do, the conversations you want to have, your own sort of self-preservation type thing as well. So again, what inspires you? Are you saying yes to the things that inspire you, or are you only saying yes to the things that you feel obligated to? The combination of the 6 with the 11-2 is asking you to follow your heart's desires, to follow what ignites your spirit, and to do so with love, right? For self, for others, for whatever it is that you're investing your energy into. The 12-3 around this full moon will bring in that of the creativity as well as communication. So there's definitely something here around potentially having those conversations that sort of alleviate the chaos, the drama, the sort of hardships type thing. But sometimes having those conversations can be difficult at first. So again, wherever the inspiration hits you, or wherever you feel called to have those conversations or to start a new creative project, this is the time to do that. And this full moon is sort of illuminating where it is that those conversations need to be had, or some big new creative project is waiting in the shadows to be illuminated, to come to life. And so pay attention to those big ideas that come in for you. What inspires you? If you're saying no to it, why are you saying no to it, right? This is going to be a time to really take a closer look at that. That may also prompt those, a change within the home or conversations to be had in the home. So definitely creativity, inspiration, conversations, the written, the spoken word are all kind of coming up around this full moon. Now, February 20th, we have a new moon, and that new moon for you all is highlighting the energies of the 7. This is beautiful energy. This is very spiritual energy as well, because again, we're in this universal 9 cycle in February. You're now working with the 7 energy. So this very much for you all could be about bringing new things to life. For some of you, this could very well be quite literal, as in finding out you're pregnant either around the full moon or the new moon in February, or having those conversations about starting a family or starting the process of starting a family, whatever that could be for you, or having a baby. You might actually quite literally have a baby in February. That's possible too, around this new moon or the full moon as well. But with this 7 energy in a 6 personal month, again, this could be bringing things to from the more ethereal into the physical, as it has to do with your home life, your home relationships, or again, those very relationships that are close to your heart. So there are some things here where you're taking an idea and turning it into something. So it could be you have an idea to ask somebody out and then you go out on a date, right? So it could be that simple. Where again, it's sort of following your heart and taking the idea and turning it into something real. That's possible. And again, this is like a new moon, so it's the initiation. It's the start of something. It could also be about starting a business within your home that sort of incorporates, again, those beautiful big ideas, those inspirations, and turning them into something practical, something real, right? Something tangible. So incredibly beautiful. This can be a really highly sensitive, highly spiritual month for you all, because you're working with a lot of really sensitive energies with the 6, with the 7, the 11-2. Also with the 3, and then of course the universal cycle of the 9. So, I mean, this could be a very enlightening month for you all. Pay attention to your dreams, pay attention to, again, the intuitive hits that come in, because they could all hold a lot of value for you this month. But yeah, definitely things around the home potentially cropping up, not anything to, be concerned about, but it's definitely things where it's going to sort of force you to have those conversations or really encourage you to have those conversations so that, again, you can move from a much lighter place, right? You and the other people as well. And so solutions can be found as well. So beautiful energy. Ultimately, it's going to encourage you to move from a space of inspiration and love this month. So incredibly beautiful. All right. And also to set and hold those healthy boundaries. All right. Take care, everyone.